Hi everyone, welcome back to Records with Robin. So, I just wanted to really talk about movies this time, and movies I've watched this year, my favourite movies I didn't like, and we'll see where this goes. So, my favourite movie of all time. Now, this is my opinion. Don't get all defensive and pissed off because it's not your favourite movie. But mine is called Interstellar. It came out in oh, 2014, I think, 2013. In my mind, it's a perfect movie. Uh, what's his name? I can't even remember his name. But Hans Zimmer, Hans Zimmer's soundtrack for that film is just mind blowing. I love the soundtrack to Interstellar. It was absolutely superb, and I love the story and how the end. So spoilers, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? But spoilers. So at the end, Matthew McConaughey, I'm losing it today, goes into the black hole, and then he's sort of pushing the books, which are the books from the past. It doesn't entirely make sense, but that's why I love it. I love it so much because I don't really understand it. Still, it still blows my mind. So yeah, I mean that's my favourite film, and I don't really have like a list of favourite films. That one it stands out to me as the best film I've seen ever. But films I've seen this year, of course, I watched the Yesterday film, The Beatles. That was really great. I loved how some of the songs, like The Long and Winding Road, he sung. They didn't just use the Beatles hits, they use some of the lesser known songs as well, which is great. But my big gripe with that song, and that film, this big sort of love ending, which was great, was sort of ruined by an Ed Sheeran song. I'm not bashing Ed Sheeran, but the Beatles are better. And there is an entire catalogue of Beatles love songs that they could have used instead of an Ed Sheeran song at the end of a film that's about the Beatles. I know in that universe the Beatles didn't exist or don't exist, but still in the film you could have just used a Beatles song, not an Ed Sheeran song. Although Ed Sheeran was good and funny in that movie, that was alright. I watched Endgame. Now, I didn't I watched up to Doctor Strange when that came out, and I didn't watch any of them until Infinity War because I got bored. I got sick and tired of. I mean, all the origin films are the same. They're basically really similar, and there's not much to them. I just got bored of the Marvel films. But Infinity War and Endgame, to be fair, were really good films. The CGI, it was spectacular, and the soundtrack was amazing. And obviously, I wasn't sure if Infinity War would go the way it did, because it's Disney and everything, but obviously it did, and we've got these two great films. Now, Endgame really should have been the end. But obviously it makes a ton of money with Endgame being the best. Yeah, I think it did beat Avatar, and it's the best-selling movie of all time. So there will obviously be more, but it's just where can they go? It's just all the same. I haven't seen the Spider-Man movies because I know the Spider-Man movies can't be much different than the origin films I watched before. Though I did see Captain America actually, and that was alright. It wasn't as bad as people were saying. But recently, we'll get on to more recent films, shall we? Obviously, Joker come out. Joker was amazing. I fucking love Joker, and I did a short review of it in the past. But it was just great how the Joker was a bad guy. And so I'll tell you a story. I use Facebook a lot, and one of my friends on there likes to compare her and her boyfriend to the Joker and Harley Quinn. And it bugs me to holy hell because you watch a film like The Joker and then you need to read the comics and stuff like that, which I honestly haven't done.